I hope you guys scored well, because I sure didn't. An 893. And really the main culprits, guys, obviously Lukey was a big one. I captained Tom Turbo, and I just had no big scores. That was obviously the big one there. So anyone that got sort of a 100 plus score, even just one of those outdid me by like a 50 or so, and you're sitting in the mid 900s. If you had a couple of good scores near the 100 mark, then you're over 1,000, and you absolutely had a good week and probably made some ranks in round 2. Let's go and put it out there. I am only just in the top 50%, ranks top 69% for this week. Nice. But 71,481. Let's make the vow that I'll never be any lower than that for the rest of the season, that's for sure. But very happy to see round 2 behind us. Round 3 coming up, and it's obviously boost week. So I will get into a little bit more around potential players to look at, but I will get into that video further on Wednesday as the guys to look at, given this is price change week and boosting week, as I said, most likely as well. So I used one trade last week that was helpful to save one, and this week it is likely boosting time, as I said. So looking at the squad, guys, this is where it was set up, and Brandon Smith looked like he's actually playing fairly well, but the minutes aren't there and no attacking stats at this stage. So very highly likely that he is the guy that goes down to Lussick, and I'm going to end up with a big salary bank, I reckon, after this week to deploy in round 4. That is for sure. We had some low scores, obviously, sitting there with Trebojevic. I captained him at 54, then Ponga at 45. Anyone that's not having, the Tedescos, Walshies, Pappenhausen, these types of guys, you're absolutely getting smashed at the moment. My centre wing, Laybart with 26, so not his week at all. They didn't even go to him at all in the second half. So hopefully this week coming up against the Dragons, who got pumped, he can score some good points, and that will be helpful there for sure. As I said, Lukey got injured as well. So only 9 points for him, I believe it was. 9, not good. Tulpiki 51, solid, May 53. So as I said, guys, there's just a lot of okay scores. Ben Trebojevic 33, not as ideal. Obviously playing Strange or something would have been a little bit better, but he got moved to the centres a bit. Only got given a contribution instead of a try assist for that one, so that hurt. But that's that with the centre wing. Hutcho, Salmon, Strange, selling Bostock, clearly not the play. It was one of Salmon or Hutcho to go, which, unfortunately, didn't expect the Dolphins to be winning 38-0, and obviously he was going to be involved in that. So we'll have to see what happens after his bye if we want to try and go for a price rise with him. I believe in round 4 the Dolphins have, where are they? Titans in round 4. So probably potentially a mistake at this point, but that's fine. Not the biggest error. He didn't score great the first 38 the first week. He's not going to go up a truck, but we'll have to see what we do with Hutcho and Salmon after this week. But they play the Titans, so we'll see if they get any attack. Really happy to be owning Metcalf, obviously kicking goals last week. Hopefully that stays for myself. Brownie there, 65. He's averaging 60 to kick things off. It's not terrible. Hopefully a bigger game for him coming up. Defensively missed a bunch of tackles as well, so that's something we don't see from him. Take them out of his game. He's up near 70 and really solid. Hines and Cleary, the combo there, 75, 73. It was much better this week, but still not enough to rocket me up some ranks. My 2RF is the big issue at the moment as well. So it was Hooker with Smithy not scoring well, 2RF just getting no good scores out of him, and then my fullbacks and the centre wing, so no one really doing anything. And that shows that we're clearly due for a bit of a bounce back, because none of these guys are shocking. It's just that they haven't had that big game that we hoped for. Where last week I got that big one from Laybart and I scored well. All it takes sometimes is one player to do really good things for you. So Lukey, the injury hurts. We got Smithies sort of just going to be meat and potatoes. Not sure how it'll go this week. I did bring in Kai Pearce-Paul thinking he would get in some type of attack, but obviously him and Ponga, that game absolutely ruined me there, because Lukey with the 9, I had Kai Pearce-Paul there with the 43, Ponga with the 45, and then Laybart with the 26. So that other than that, outside of that game, it wasn't too bad of a week, but that one just destroyed my potential for scoring really, really well. Held on to Fermor, so he's going to come in and play this week. Hopefully he can pick up a try up against the Dogs, which is going to be fun. And we'll obviously look for potentially a trade, well, definitely a trade, in this 2RF position, one in the hooking position for Lussick, and just to be deciding, I suppose, if we remove Ponga, so we avoid the big price drop. Even if he scores 100, he's going to have a good price drop there. And guys like Teddy are on the list there. So as I said, if I get plenty of money from going down to Teddy, Lukey to potentially Curran, a Hosking, and Elliott, these types of like guys where we can get a price rise out of, and then going from Brandon Smith to Lussick, because I think we're going to try and get that money moving for Levi. And if we do have, we're going to have heaps of bank left after next week, that we could look to potentially upgrade him if the time is right, or if something happens to Lussick or whatever. That could be the thought. We'll have a lot of salary there remaining to be able to do something with that if the time came, right? So that's what we're thinking about with the squad at the moment. We do just need to see someone get some attacking stats, please. And yeah, to be called the Schnackenhausens and not have Ryan the Schnack, other than having him in fantasy, then a bit annoying. But with his 130 in that one there, so that's the squad at the moment. We may as well get into the leagues while we're here. Not sure if we'll be playing Kai Piss Ball. We'll have to see how things pan out, but we definitely need some attacking stats, as we said. All right, leagues. Got smashed in my public league. Good on you, Reese, for killing me. Private group still in the top half there. Podmasters, I came 90th out of 97 this week after being 18th last week. So yeah, absolute shocker. Hoping for better, that's for sure. Did win my Podmasters Seed 2 league game against Dave, who absolutely had a shocker as well, even worse than myself. So, there's people out there there's always people out there less off than you. That's what we got to think, guys. Always remember that. Getting smashed in all the other leagues as well. And shout out to my mate Josh, who is having a bit of a crack this year, and watching the videos, he's ended up in the Dark Knight. So my Cowboys beat him this week, but he's smashing me in Supercoach, that's for sure. 4,000th overall, with a couple of different picks, which have worked out well. And congrats to all these guys in JB, the NRL community. 436 overall for the other Joshua. Forgot about it. How good. Forgot about it. Yeah, you got to say it with the accent for sure. And then the Mad Dog Roids, Callan. Well done to you as well. So, yeah, a few guys doing well up top in that one. And, I suppose we'll jump into the Podmasters while we're there. And shout out the guys up top. So yeah, Brandon, another big week for him, going against the Ponga and Turbo strategy and going Teddy and Latrell has been a masterstroke. It's worked out great in the end. And then he's sitting at 3,700 overall, so no one's in the top 100 or so. There's only 2 guys in the top 10,000 from the Podmasters. So yeah, shows there that really, really hard to be in that top section, but anyone in sort of the top 20,000 at the moment I think is doing a cracking job. So the 10 teams that are in the top 21,713. They're sitting in a really good spot, and total score of 2,064, the top there. But let's just go down to that 21,000 overall, 1,946. We scroll down to myself. We have to scroll for a while down to 61, and I'm 1,807. So what I say, 1,946. So only 140 points behind, which is absolutely nothing at this point of the season. My big positive, guys, and what we need to note here is my cash cows are looking in a good position. So Levi, he'll make some money next week. Hughes is going to make a little bit of money. They're averaging 30. Liam Henry averaging 35.5 will make some money. Kai Piss Paul averaging 43 will make money if he gets something like that again. Obviously hoping for a try or something would be good. Joe Chan averaging 41.5. He will make money next week. Metcalf will make money next week. He's our mid-ranger. Laybutt will make money, but hopefully it's a 60 or something. They can get him up a bit of cash. Taylor May's going to make some cash. Tuapicki's going to make some cash. Same with Trebojevic, Benny. And then you've got Hutcho probably going to stay or drop a little bit, depending on how this week goes. Salmon probably stay. And then Strange is going to go up as well. And then really, I'm only going to lose a little bit of money likely on Turbo unless he goes 100. Ponga will be losing money on this week. And then, Cleary and Hines will lose a bit of money on, but we're not trading them out. Smithies we're going to make money on at 53. Lukey we're selling, so that's not a problem. Totola's going to stay the same. Smithy we're selling. Terrell May's going to go up. Pikura, unless he scores a try this week, is going to go down if we do hold on to him. But again, longer term, he should be fine. And so we're like money making, that's going to be the big focus over the next few weeks for me and my squad, is to get that sorted. Because I think in the longer term, I am looking at a lot of teams still with a lot of DNPs, a lot of guys that aren't anywhere near the squad at the moment, or like the Jacob Gaggais and the like, so they won't be making money anytime soon. Whereas I've got a whole chunk of my players, probably half the team there, that's going to be making money, and I'm going to trade out the guys that won't. So my team value is going to go up pretty high, just with the cash cows doing well. And yeah, the ability to obviously trade this week 3 times, if we want to, can cut out some of the fat that isn't working, and we can get some guys making some money. And over the next few weeks, I can focus on getting obviously some more mid-ranges, some more guns to get further points, as well as make some cash over the next few. That's my general plan. I think that's what's going to get me out of this potential hole that I'm in, down in a very low rank. So if we can focus on that, I think you should be focusing on that yourself, is to continue trying to make as much money as you can for your team value. Points along the way are very much going to help, but we'd have 25 rounds to go, which is awesome for anyone like us that's looking to come back. It's not dire straits. We make money, we get some points, and we keep moving forward. And all the best options are clearly going to pop up, and we're going to jump on them as much as we can. The big question mark this week is, do you trade out someone like a Ponga, who could go nuts, but he is up against a fairly tough game this week against Melbourne. And I think the next couple are fairly tough for Kalen. There with, who's he got next? Yeah, Warriors over there the week after. So the next 2 are fairly difficult. Like if you got Walshy next week, this week coming is up against Penrith. If you do go to Teddy, it's up against Penrith in round 4, but in this round here, it's not too bad. They're against the Souths, who have been a little bit poor on the defensive side. You could go for Pap, and they obviously have the Newcastle Knights this week, but then a bye. So there's a few ways you could go about it. And I suppose with Teddy, he looked really good, and you get him for a bit longer, rather than obviously having a bye with Pap there. So yeah, that's where I'm at with my team, guys. Let me know your thoughts on it, and we'll move to the head-to-head squad next, which started really poor, but a much better round 2 in that team. General with our score, but didn't really change much on the rank side of things. So did use the 2 trades. One of them was to bring Laybutt in, thinking he'd do fairly well against the Knights, but they didn't go that way. They kept going left, especially when Val Holmes was dropping it as well. So hopefully on the right-hand side gets a little bit more love heading into this week. That's for sure. But there's a lot of similarities with the squads, obviously, and that's why, if you go all in just some similarities, some small differences, I should say, with the squads there, that's when you can end up in both going well or both going pretty poor. But looking up top, it's Brandon Smith again is the worry, having him in both. So he's one on the chopping block, obviously similar to my side there. You've got Flegler, who did really well, so he's going to have to move out into the bench this week, and it's likely going to be for Henry. So if Fisher Harris is out, hopefully Henry is the guy to come out and get a good chunk of minutes and a decent score, and that will be the goal. But Flegler had been doing really, really well, 63.5 average to kick things off. He'll make some money on that front. So will Terrell. As I said, Henry and Hughes, same thing. Most of the same things in that section there. Tupanua, guys, obviously he's a bit of a worry with the minutes, but he did well with his score in the end, 53, after only playing 60 minutes and getting a try assist. That's the worries. If he doesn't get the attacking stats, then that's going to be, as I said, the stressor on someone like Satilli. Again, not too many big scores here. Satilli with 53, Lane with a 62 helped out, just a little bit above what happened in my side there. Those 2 there, the Lukey and Tupanua combo, are 2 that I will be looking at as potential trade outs. Satilli you could probably hold another week, but my worry is the minutes in that pack, and can he get attacking stats on a regular basis? That will be our thoughts with him. Lane, we're hoping for a bit more on the base stats side, and hopefully that does come this week for the Eels up against Manly. He's going to get a fair bit of traffic down his side. Unfortunately, some missed tackles might be coming his way, though, with Olakau'atu coming at him. That's for sure. He's an absolute superstar. But as I said, similar to my squad there, we're looking at majority of these guys making money. Satilli won't if he goes out and hits another 40-odd. But if there's some attacking stats, he could. So as I said, he's an option to be looking at trading out. Got Hines, Cleary, Brown, and Galvin. So Galvin, we're happy with his start, having started with him. Keeping hold of Bostock was good news, so we end up trading Drew Hutchison in this one to Labart. Hutcho scored more. Hopefully Labart does come out and do well. Happy to have Roger in the side, so 75 for him this week. Again, just a little bit of an uptick on that scoring. Drinkwater 62 compared to Trbojevich's 54. So 8 on top of that, and he's averaging 55 and will likely lose a little bit of money as well. But again, them coming up against the Dragons, this is a very, very good matchup for him. Similar to that with Nico Hines, who we had the captaincy on. So yeah, gained an extra 21 points compared to Turbo in my side. So it's all small changes, guys. 70 points extra in this team without it going too much better. It is where it's at the moment. Nothing too exciting with the the two fullbacks and having the three Drinkwater, Trbojevic, and Ponga across the two teams. Basically, the only three fullbacks that haven't done well in the 2 weeks. It's tough, but it is what it is, and I imagine there's a lot of people in that boat. The question this week is: do I trade Smith to Lussick and go Lukey and Tupanua to? Again, we'll have to find out what's happening with like a Hosking, but go Hosking and Josh Curran. Do I trade Ponga in this one, or just do it in one of the teams and sort of just back Ponga in to be able to come out and score well? They're the questions we need to ask and see after team lists and stuff as well. What's going to happen in that one? And do we continue to play Ben Trbojevic, or do you play like a Strange or something like that? Unsure at this stage, but hopefully we can come out and get a pretty good score from Roger up against the the Canberra Raiders right hand side defense. He looked really good on the weekend, and that's what we're hoping going forward. Let's look at my leagues and how I went. So 960 wasn't incredible. We lost all of them, to be honest with you. Not great. So after doing fairly well last week there, after doing poorly last week there, we end up going poorly again, and we're definitely hoping for some bounce back, that's for sure. Not sitting in the best position. A few guys absolutely dominating me, getting near 1100. So the bounce back is on. I hope you didn't take too many of my recommendations in the first 2 weeks, because they didn't. My picks anyway. I hope you didn't follow along with my picks, I should say. Recommended some good players. Not all of them in my world did well. But that means surely from round 3 onwards, it's bounce back season, baby. That's the hope. That's the plan at this stage. And yeah, we got our overall leagues and our head-to-head there, 5 of them. At that, hopefully that's a 5 out of 5 next week, and I can definitely see it coming. There's obviously swings and roundabouts with this game, and if we make the right trades coming into round 3, I think we can end up pretty well. But that's the Supercoach round results video and podcast for this week. I hope you guys enjoy listening to me at that front, and very glad for the round results to be behind us, and we can get into making our trades, and hopefully round 3 is better for myself and everyone looking to climb those rankings. It's going to be lots of fun. See you later.